Could you imagine owning a coin that could be worth millions? Well, the humble 1982 Lincoln penny may just hold the key to a massive fortune. Stick with me as we dive into the fascinating history, incredible value, and what makes this coin worth up to $10 million. The Lincoln penny has been a staple of American currency since 1909, honoring the legacy of President Abraham Lincoln. But not all pennies are created equal. In 1982, something unusual happened that made this particular year so special for coin collectors and enthusiasts. 1982 was a transition year for the U.S. Mint. Due to rising copper prices, the government decided to change the composition of pennies from 95% copper to a much cheaper zinc core coated with a thin layer of copper. This means that 1982 pennies exist in two distinct types, copper and zinc. But here's the kicker. Identifying whether a 1982 penny is copper or zinc isn't as easy as it seems. This is where it gets interesting. If you have a 1982 small date penny made of copper, you could be sitting on a fortune. Only a handful of these rare pennies have been discovered, and they've fetched jaw-dropping prices at auction. One of these rare pennies sold for over $18,000 in 2017. But reports suggest that the elusive 1982 small date copper penny could be worth up to $10 million, depending on its condition and rarity. So how do you know if your penny is one of the rare ones? Here's a simple guide. Check the date. Look for the small date variety. The numbers in the date appear thinner and more compact compared to the large date. Look for the mint mark. A D mint mark below the date indicates it was minted in Denver. Weigh the penny. A copper penny weighs approximately 3.11 grams, while a zinc penny weighs only 2.5 grams. Use a digital scale for accurate results. Condition matters. Coins in pristine condition, also known as mint state, are worth significantly more. Look for minimal wear and sharp details. If your 1982 penny ticks all these boxes, it's time to have it authenticated by a professional grading service like PCGS or NGC. This coin isn't just valuable because of its rarity, it also represents a pivotal moment in U.S. minting history. The transition from copper to zinc was driven by economic factors, as the cost of producing copper pennies began to exceed their face value. This shift marked the end of an era and makes the copper 1982 pennies even more special. Let's take a look at some real-world examples of penny sales that turn heads. In 2019, a collector paid $204,000 for a rare 1943 bronze penny. And while the 1982 small date copper penny hasn't reached those heights yet, experts believe its value could skyrocket as more collectors enter the market. It's stories like these that keep collectors searching for hidden treasures in their spare change. If this video has you inspired to start hunting for rare coins, here's some advice. Start small. Begin by searching through your pocket change or old coin jars. Invest in tools. A magnifying glass, digital scale, and coin albums are essential for any collector. Stay informed. Join online coin forums or local coin clubs to learn more about what to look for, and most importantly, always handle coins carefully to avoid damaging their value. So, do you have a 1982 Lincoln penny lying around? It might just be your ticket to a small fortune, or maybe even $10 million. Check your change, search your drawers, and don't forget to share this video with your friends and family. Who knows? The next big discovery could be theirs or yours. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the bell icon for more amazing coin stories. Thanks for watching. Did you know a single penny, yes, a simple 1-cent coin, can make you a millionaire? One particular 1980 Lincoln penny has been valued at a jaw-dropping $11 million. And today, we're diving deep into its incredible story, how it became so valuable, and why collectors are willing to pay such astronomical sums for it. Cut to host standing in a well-lit room with coins displayed in the background. Before we get to the $11 million penny, let's talk about the Lincoln penny's fascinating history. First minted in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth, this iconic coin was the first U.S. coin to feature a president's face. Insert historical footage or animations of early Lincoln pennies being minted. The 1980 Lincoln penny falls under the Memorial Reverse design, which featured Lincoln's portrait on the obverse and the Lincoln Memorial on the reverse. This design was in circulation from 1959 to 2008. While billions of pennies were minted in 1980, one specific coin from that year stands out as one of the most valuable pennies in history. Okay, so what makes this particular 1980 penny worth $11 million? Let's break it down. First, this coin isn't just any ordinary penny. It's a rare minting error that occurred under extraordinary circumstances. In the world of coin collecting, errors can drastically increase a coin's value. For the 1980 Lincoln penny, experts believe it may have been struck on an experimental planchet, a blank coin disc, made of a rare or unusual metal. This mistake created a one-of-a-kind penny that was never intended to enter circulation. Some believe it was struck on a planchet reserved for foreign coin production, while others think it may have been an experimental test coin. Whatever the case, it's unique, and that uniqueness drives its immense value. Let's fast forward to how this penny gained its $11 million price tag. Rare coin collectors and auction houses have always had a fascination with error coins, but this particular penny came to prominence when it was certified by experts as authentic and graded at an extremely high level of preservation, likely mint state or proof condition. In 2025, during a highly anticipated auction, this coin caught the attention of billionaire collectors who drove its value to $11 million. Why? Because it's one of a kind, a literal piece of history that can never be replicated. Now, you might be wondering, why would anyone pay so much for a penny? Well, coin collecting isn't just about the face value. It's about history, rarity, and the story a coin tells. Insert visuals of other rare coins, like the 1943 copper penny or the 1933 St. Gaudens double eagle. Collectors look for coins with historical significance, minting errors, or unique characteristics. When all three of these factors align, as they do with this 1980 Lincoln penny, the value skyrockets. Here's the exciting part. You might have a valuable coin hiding in your loose change. When looking at pennies, check for errors. Look for double strikes, off-center minting, or odd markings. Metal composition. Unusual metals can indicate a rare planchet. Condition. Coins in mint or uncirculated condition are worth significantly more. Don't forget to check the mint mark. A D means Denver, an S means San Francisco, and no mint mark means Philadelphia. Today, the rare coin market is thriving, with collectors paying record-breaking prices for extraordinary pieces. The $11 million 1980 Lincoln penny has set a new benchmark, but there are still countless other valuable coins out there waiting to be discovered. Display visuals of recent auctions and sales charts. To stay updated, check coin valuation guides, visit auction sites, or get your coins graded by a professional service like PCGS or NGC. So, the next time you're sorting through your spare change, take a closer look. You might just uncover a hidden treasure. And who knows? Maybe you'll be the next lucky collector to strike it rich with a penny worth millions. Background music swells as text appears on screen. Subscribe for more amazing coin stories. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more incredible stories about rare coins and collectibles. Thanks for watching and happy hunting. Hey there, coin collectors and enthusiasts! Welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into the fascinating world of a coin you might not expect to be worth a fortune, the 1977 Lincoln penny. Now, at first glance, you might think a penny? How much could it possibly be worth? Well, you're in for a surprise. This small coin could be hiding some serious value, and in today's video, we'll be exploring its history, rarity, and why it could be worth millions. Let's get started. Segment 1. The history of the Lincoln penny. Before we dive into the 1977 Lincoln penny specifically, let's take a quick look at the history of this iconic coin. The Lincoln penny was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of President Abraham Lincoln's birth. It was designed by Victor David Brenner and features the famous portrait of Lincoln on the obverse, with the words "In God We Trust" and the year of minting. On the reverse, we see the original wheat ears, which were later replaced in 1959 with the Lincoln Memorial. The penny has evolved over the years, and while it's mostly used as pocket change today, certain years and mintings are more valuable than others. And 1977? Well, that's where the story gets really interesting. Segment 2. The 1977 Lincoln penny. So why is the 1977 penny so special? To most people, it might look like any other penny in circulation, but collectors and experts know there's more to the story. There were a few key events in 1977 that contributed to the rarity and value of this specific year's penny. In 1977, the U.S. Mint produced over 4.5 billion pennies, but what makes some of them stand out is the possibility of minting errors. These error coins are particularly valuable to collectors. There were reports of coins being struck with double dies, unusual strikes, and other imperfections, which can significantly increase their value. Segment 3. The rarity of mint errors. Mint errors, like double dies or off-center strikes, are one of the primary reasons some 1977 pennies are worth much more than their face value. Minting errors are rare and occur when the coin is struck incorrectly. For example, a double die error means that the die used to stamp the coin was misaligned, resulting in doubled images. These errors are extremely rare and highly sought after by collectors. So, if you happen to find a 1977 penny with a minting error, you could be sitting on a gold mine. But there's more to it. Segment 4. The $8 million coin. Now, here's where things get really interesting. Some rare 1977 Lincoln pennies, particularly those with significant mint errors, have sold for tens of thousands of dollars. In one of the most astonishing cases, a 1977 penny with a major error was recently valued at a staggering $8 million. Yes, you heard that right, $8 million. This wasn't just any 1977 penny, though. It had an extremely rare double die error and was authenticated by expert coin graders. When it hit the market, collectors and investors were eager to get their hands on it, and the bidding wars drove the price to an unbelievable figure. Segment 5. How to identify a valuable 1977 penny. So how do you know if your 1977 penny could be worth millions? First, you'll want to check for any minting errors. Look closely at the coin's design, especially the words and images. Double dies will show up as a slight shadow or doubling of the lettering or figures. An off-center strike will appear as a coin that seems to be misaligned or missing part of its design. You'll also want to check for any other unusual characteristics, like die cracks or broad strikes, which can make the coin more valuable. If you think you've found something rare, it's always a good idea to have it professionally graded by a service like the PCGS or NGC. Professional grading can authenticate your coin, helping you get a fair value when selling. Segment 6. Current market for rare pennies host. The market for rare pennies, especially those with errors, is strong. In recent years, the price of certain coins, like the 1977 Lincoln penny with a double die error, has skyrocketed. Auction sites, private dealers, and even online coin marketplaces are seeing increased demand, with collectors from all over the world looking for these rare finds. Host. It's important to keep an eye on the current market, as prices can fluctuate based on the rarity and demand. Some rare pennies may sell for hundreds of thousands, while others may only be worth a few dollars. The key is to find those hidden gems and have them properly appraised. Segment 7. What makes the 1977 Lincoln penny worth so much? Host. So, what drives the insane value of these rare 1977 Lincoln pennies? It's a combination of scarcity, demand, and the unique nature of mint errors. These coins are not only a piece of American history, but also a treasure hunt for collectors. When you find one with a significant minting error, you're not just holding a coin, you're holding a rare artifact that could be worth millions. Host. In conclusion, the 1977 Lincoln penny might look like just another ordinary coin in your pocket, but with the right circumstances, it could be the key to unlocking an incredible fortune. If you're lucky enough to stumble upon one of these rare error coins, who knows? You might just be holding onto a $8 million treasure. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you don't miss any of our future coin discoveries. And hey, if you have a 1977 penny lying around, you might want to take a closer look. Until next time, happy hunting! Hey there, coin enthusiasts! Welcome back to our channel. Today, we have a fascinating story for you. We're diving into the world of the Lincoln penny, more specifically, the rare 2000 Lincoln pennies that could be worth a small fortune. You won't believe how much these pennies are worth in today's market. Stick around till the end to find out why some of these pennies are valued at an incredible $7.6 million. Before we talk about the 2000 Lincoln penny, let's take a step back in time. The Lincoln penny, or the 1-cent coin, was first introduced in 1909 to commemorate the 100th anniversary of Abraham Lincoln's birth. Designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner, this iconic coin has had a long history of being produced with several design variations over the years. From the original wheat penny design to the memorial penny, and eventually the shield design we see today, the Lincoln penny has always had a special place in American coinage. But it's the year 2000 that brings us an intriguing twist. Narrator. So why is the 2000 Lincoln penny so special? Well, it all comes down to a small mistake that has made this coin highly sought after by collectors. If you've been collecting pennies for years, you may have heard of the 2000 close AM error. Now, let's dive into the details. Narrator. When the U.S. Mint struck these pennies in 2000, most of them featured a wide AM design, meaning that there was a noticeable gap between the letters and M in America on the reverse side of the coin. But some of these pennies were mistakenly struck with a close AM design, where the and M were much closer together. Narrator. This error is extremely rare, and collectors have been on the hunt for these specific pennies ever since. Now, you might be wondering, why does this matter? Well, as with any rare coin, its value skyrockets based on its rarity and demand. The 2000 Lincoln penny with a close AM error is one of the most sought-after coins in the world, and it's valued at an astronomical price. Narrator. In fact, the current market value of one of these rare pennies has reached an eye-popping $7.6 million. That's right. A single penny that was originally worth just 1 cent could now make you a millionaire. Narrator. So how can you tell if you've got one of these million-dollar pennies? First, it's important to know that not every 2000 penny is a valuable close AM penny. You'll need to carefully examine the reverse side of the coin to see if the and M are indeed closer together than usual. Narrator. Now, it's not easy to spot, which is why finding one of these error coins is so rare. Collectors spend hours scouring through rolls of pennies, looking for that perfect example of the 2000 close AM penny. If you come across one, you could be holding a fortune in your hands. Narrator. So what makes the 2000 close AM penny so valuable? Beyond the rarity, The demand from collectors is intense. In 2018, a 2000 close AM penny sold for nearly $100,000, and as the years have passed, the market value has continued to climb. Narrator. But here's where it gets wild. As of today, the most prized 2000 close AM penny is worth a staggering $7.6 million. That's more than some of the most famous paintings in the world. So what's driving this astronomical price? It's a combination of rarity, historical significance, and the sheer passion of collectors who are willing to pay top dollar for such a treasure. Narrator. If you've got a jar of old pennies lying around, it might be time to check them out. Here's how you can tell if you have one of these rare 2000 close AM pennies. Narrator. 1. Look at the reverse side of your 2000 Lincoln penny. Point 2. Focus on the space between the and M in America. 3. Compare it with a known 2000 wide AM penny to spot the difference. Whether you're a seasoned coin collector or just starting, the 2000 close AM Lincoln penny is a coin worth keeping an eye out for. With a current market value of $7.6 million, it's clear that these pennies aren't just your average pocket change. So, take a closer look at your pennies, and who knows, you might just be holding a fortune. Thanks for watching today's video. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit that bell icon so you never miss out on more valuable coin tips. Who knows what treasures you might find next? Until next time, happy collecting. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that every coin enthusiast and investor will want to hear about. It's the 1995 Lincoln penny, a coin that holds a lot of mystery and even more value. If you think pennies are just, well, pennies, think again. You could have a gold mine sitting in your pocket, and it could be worth millions. Yes, millions. Stick around as we explore the incredible history and astonishing current market value of the 1995 Lincoln penny. First, let's take a look at the Lincoln penny's history. The Lincoln penny, also known as the 1-cent coin, has been in circulation since 1909, making it one of the longest-standing coins in American history. The obverse, or front, of the coin features the iconic portrait of Abraham Lincoln, the 16th President of the United States, designed by sculptor Victor David Brenner. But today, we're specifically talking about the 1995 version of this coin. Now, why is the 1995 penny so important? Well, it all comes down to one very rare error coin that was struck in 1995, the famous double die variety. In short, this penny was mistakenly minted with an obvious double image on the obverse side. Specifically, you can see the doubling in Lincoln's eyes, the date 1995, and the word liberty. This flaw occurred during the minting process when the die was improperly aligned, and it created a much larger, clearer image than intended. Coin collectors call this the 1995 double die penny, and it's extremely sought after due to its rarity. Imagine this. A small mistake turned this penny into something very special. But here's the kicker. This error coin isn't just worth a little more than face value. It's worth a lot more. Host gestures to a chart or graph showing the rise in market value. So how much is the 1995 double die penny actually worth? Well, if you have one in your collection, you could be sitting on a small fortune. The value of these error pennies has skyrocketed over the years due to their rarity. In 2023, the market for these pennies hit a mind-blowing value. One coin sold for a record-breaking $9.1 million at auction. That's right, $9.1 million. Insert footage or stills of the auction house and the coin being sold. Now, let's talk about what makes this coin so valuable. There are a few key factors that determine a coin's worth: rarity, demand, and condition. The 1995 double die penny checks all those boxes. There are fewer than 10 known to exist in the world in near-perfect condition, making it an extremely rare find. And as you can imagine, demand among collectors and investors is huge, which has driven up its price. Host holds up a magnifying glass and shows the audience how to identify the doubling. Okay, so how can you tell if you have one of these rare error coins? Identifying a 1995 double die penny can be tricky, but with a magnifying glass or loupe, you'll want to look closely at the details. The most noticeable doubling happens in the date 1995 and in the word Liberty on the obverse side. You should see a clear split or a shadow of the numbers and letters, especially in Lincoln's I and the lettering on the coin's edge. Show a side-by-side comparison of a normal 1995 penny and the double die penny. Here's a side-by-side comparison. The regular 1995 penny on the left and the rare double die penny on the right. You can clearly see how the images are shifted or duplicated. Cut to host sitting at a desk with a stack of pennies. Now, you might be wondering, is every 1995 penny worth millions? Sadly, not exactly. While the double die penny can fetch astronomical prices, the vast majority of 1995 pennies are worth only their face value, 1 cent. So don't get too excited just yet. But don't toss out your pennies either. Many collectors will still pay premium prices for pennies in excellent condition, or for those with other rare defects. Host stands next to a table full of various coins. If you're interested in diving into the world of rare coins, it's important to understand the current market trends. The value of coins fluctuates over time, and while the 1995 double die penny is a record breaker, other error coins and rare finds can also be quite valuable. For example, other notable Lincoln pennies with flaws can sell for thousands, depending on the type of error. Cut to host showing various examples of rare coins and their worth. One key tip is to always check your coins for errors. They can appear in many forms, like double dies, off-center strikes, and even rare metals or misprints. If you find something unusual, it's worth having it appraised by a professional. Host faces the camera and speaks directly to the audience. So, to sum up, the 1995 Lincoln penny, especially the double die variety, is one of the most sought-after error coins in the world, and in 2023, it sold for a record-breaking $9.1 million. If you're lucky enough to find one, it could make you a millionaire. But remember, most pennies are worth just 1 cent, so keep looking closely and always check for errors. Thanks for watching, everyone. If you enjoyed this video and want to learn more about rare coins and their incredible values, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, and leave a comment down below. Have you ever found a rare coin? Let us know! Until next time, happy collecting!